It's been revealed what the cold-blooded worst Christmas present Prince Harry ever got was. His autobiography, Spare, tells the strange story of his connection with his great-aunt Princess Margaret, whom he calls distant and mysterious. By talking about the few times they did meet, Harry gives an inside look into how he and the late royal often felt cold towards each other, especially during the family's traditional Christmas parties at Sandringham Estate. In his book from 2023, Harry talks about a strange Christmas present he got from Princess Margaret. This event had a big impact on him. In the beginning, the Duke of Sussex talks about the annual Christmas party for the royal family. This is a very formal custom that often has awkward moments. Harry spent Christmas with the royal family in England for many years. But lately, he and his wife, Meghan Markle, have spent the holiday season in North America. But his memories of royal Christmases as a child come from a long time of custom. As always, on Christmas Eve, the whole family got together to open gifts. This is a German tradition that lived on after the family name was changed from Saxe-Coburg-Gotha to Windsor, Harry says. This led to one of the strangest events in his childhood. In the middle of the royal estate's wealth and splendor, Harry found himself in front of a stack of gifts, each with the name of the person who gave it. He looked at the bigger boxes and then saw a small one that was just marked from Aunt Margot. When he opened the small gift, he was both excited and interested to find a biro pen inside. The pen seemed unimportant at first, but it had a deeper message that Harry would learn about over time. He looked over at Princess Margaret and said, "Thank you, Aunt Margot," as he opened the present. The action made him feel cold. That's all he could say. After some time he thought, that is cold-blooded. Margaret had said that the pen was one of a kind, but Harry couldn't get rid of the feeling that the gift was more of a sign of how far apart they were than a sign of love. People often called Princess Margaret Aunt Margot, and she was known for being very sharp-witted and cold. Harry says they had 12.5% of the same DNA, but they didn't really talk to each other. Rarely did they talk to each other, and when they did, it was always in a polite way that didn't leave much room for real warmth. Harry writes honestly about how he felt about his great-aunt. "Growing up, I felt nothing for her, except a bit of pity and a lot of jumpiness." Margaret was Queen Elizabeth II's younger sister. She was known for being strong and highly independent. As a funny way to describe this part of her personality, Harry says, with just one frown, she could kill a houseplant. He gave a very clear picture of Margaret as a woman whose cold exterior hid a complicated inner life that Harry never fully understood. Even though they didn't feel close to each other, Harry couldn't help but see similarities between himself and Margaret. The job of spare in the royal family was hard for both of them, and it caused a lot of problems. When Margaret was younger, she lived with her older sister, Queen Elizabeth. When Harry was younger, he lived with his brother, Prince William. Harry felt a strong connection to the brothers' relationship, which was both close and competitive, as he thought about his own life.